is, you already know who it is. It's your boy B. I'm right back up at you cats with another video. And welcome. It's Friday, my people. It's Friday and it's going down, man. How are you guys doing today, man? I hope everything is going good with you. Hope you had a great week. I hope that you set up those arrows on Monday. And I hope now that you look back at these 5 days, they got you closer to your ultimate goal and closer to what you wanted to do, my people, what you wanted to do. So what's good? How y'all feeling, man? How did you sleep? I slept well. Feeling good. Not as good as the day before, but we maintaining, y'all. We are most definitely maintaining. I was working on the video last night. About these crime statistics out here in New York City for the 6th month. And I got to do a little bit more work on it, man. You know, I laid down the foundations, but it just was going too slow. It wasn't really working for me. I got to do something else. We got Dylan on the check-in. What's going on, my boy Dylan? He said, I'm so glad to talk to you again. How you feeling, Dylan? Dylan Thomas, how you feeling, my brother? Hope you good. What you got planned for the weekend? What do you have planned for the weekend? You know? So I woke up today, man, and not feeling as good as I felt yesterday. My stomach, something going on with my stomach, man. I feel like I want to vomit if I put a little bit more in it, you know? That's one of the bad things about having pancreatitis sometimes is that you feel bloated. And when you feel bloated, you don't want to eat, make you feel like you want to throw up. And that's definitely how I'm feeling right now. But we on it. We got my boy Daniel. We got my boy Daniel on the check-in. He said, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, my boy Daniel. Happy Friday to you too. We got Dylan. He said, I'm doing fine. I have no plans. And vomiting is good, man. We got another person, Rubik's Cube Pro, said, hi. What's up, Rubik's Cube Pro? How you doing? Rubik's Cube. Do you like playing with Rubik's Cubes or you just like the way the name sound? I used to watch those competitive Rubik's Cube players, and them cats are amazing, man. They be like, done. I'm like, what? I never completed a Rubik's Cube in my lifetime, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm slow. I don't know what's going on, you know? We got Rubik's Cube. He said, I have a birthday tomorrow. Somebody said, good, sure. Happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday. How old are you turning? Rubik's, how old are you turning? What's your age looking like? How old are you turning? You know? So what's going on, y'all? 11, Jesus Christ. 11 years old? I think my topics may be a little bit too mature for you at 11 years old. How did you find yourself on this page? How did you find yourself on this page? Jesus Christ. But happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You know? So, yeah, we chilling. My weekend stacked up, looking pretty good. I got a few videos to make for you guys. I have one story that I want to get into, and that is speaking about Steinway out there in Astoria, New York, Astoria, Queens. We're going to speak about how the boulevard or the avenue got its name. We're going to speak about who it is named after, the famous piano company, Steinway. We get into that story. That is a very interesting family. I don't know. Maybe they did do movies on that whole family. I don't know. But I don't know any movies that was done on that family. But they're a very, very interesting family, man, the Steinways, you know, and how they were so interested in making fine music instruments and how they took over the game. And then how the kids started having fights. And it's an interesting story, man. Very interesting story. We got Rubik's. He said, I wanted to post videos so my mommy Did I have 16? Okay, okay. What they say, I wanted to post videos, so my mommy did. I have 16. Okay, okay, you got 16 videos. Gotcha. We got Dylan. He said, I don't blame you that you don't want to vomit. And I like vomiting either. And I don't like vomiting either. But my mom's always says it's the best thing for you. Rubik's Cube said, my sis just got driving license. All right, all right. Congratulations to your sister. Congratulations to your sister. And vomiting, yeah, vomiting can be good at certain times. I know, like let's say I was drinking the night before. Sometimes a good vomit will get that out of my system, and then I'll be able to go on. But this is something different, man. It felt like, I do definitely feel like vomiting. I can't vomit on the live stream. I ain't gonna do that. But, hopefully it passes. Hopefully it passes. Usually does. I gotta try to take my mind off of it. And then, it happens. But that's a part of what I wanted to speak about today in the show. We're speaking about two topics. I wanted to speak about that, and I'm going to use a metaphor about how this stuff feels and what's going on. Then I wanted to speak about those job interviews and let you know that when you are interviewing for a managerial position, I'm gonna let you know some of the keywords that they're looking for and the main concept that they want for you to have. And if you keep this main concept inside of your head, you'll do fine on these interviews. You will definitely do fine on these interviews. So we got somebody else on the check-in. My boy Rubik's Cube said, do you stream every day? Yeah, I stream every day. Stream every single day on my way to work. So that's Monday through Friday. I tend to come on every single morning at 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. So if you up during that time, come check me. Also, I do long form videos. So we speak about interesting stories that go on in New York. We bring you things to do if you are in the city for the weekend. We suggest restaurants, things like that. So if you're in that market, man, and you're visiting New York, if your parents are visiting New York, give them my page, man. Maybe they could gain something from it. My boy Rubik said he's 11, so if you're 11, I'm assuming your parents probably around my age. I'm 46 years old. So get this to your mama. Get this to your mama. And tell her I said what's going on. Tell her the OutLIer B said what's going on, man. Tell her the OutLIer B said what's going on. We got Dylan on the check-in. But anyways, good night, buddy. My phone is on 4%. Sorry I didn't stay in your live stream too long. It's cool. It's cool. I subscribe to you, my boy Dylan. I see some of the stuff you be speaking about. Interesting topics, my brother. And keep it going. Keep it going. I'll definitely come back around, watch some more of your videos, and I'll give you how I feel, man. Maybe I can add some interesting things onto the topics that you speak about. We got Rubik's. He said, I live in Slovakia. And it's 11 in the morning. Jesus Christ, you live in Slovakia? Jesus Christ, that's far from here, man, far from here. You're the first person to check in from that region of the world. So what's going on, man? How are things out there in Slovakia? How are things in Slovakia? I hope they're cool for you. Hope they're cool for you. So we'll get into this interview talk first. We'll go into that. Then I'll speak about the next stuff I was speaking about if we get a chance to. So I told you cats I was interviewing for a director position. I was on the panel. We interviewed a few people. My boy Dylan, peace out, man. See you later. And then Rubik's Cube said, not so good. My parents aren't together. Your parents aren't together. All right, I hear that. I think around your age, like around 11, my parents also separated. I used to see a lot, man. See a lot. One thing my father used to always want me to do was to get counseling. He always said he wanted me to speak to somebody because he always felt that a kid, when parents aren't together, when you're young and you get, you get a divorce or whatever, and you guys separate, they say it could definitely hurt the kid's mentality growing up. I don't feel that it really hurt me that they separated. They definitely had issues, and that really touches home. I don't think I want to speak on that right now. Maybe we'll get into that in a later podcast, but I don't want to speak about that right now. Definitely don't want to get into that. When my parents separated when I was like 10, 9, 10, 11, some of the stuff I saw, some of the stuff I heard during that time, how it made me feel, it's deep. But I definitely don't want to get into that right now. We'll get into it later. He said, I'm the only one here. You're the only one there. All right, just keep the strength, man. Keep the strength. But we're going to get into a topic, hopefully, when you get a little bit older in your life. This is something that you go through, even if you're not going to get a job, if you're going to be in business on your own. These are still some of the things that you need to keep in your head, man, keep in your head. So again, we were doing interviews for a director position, which is basically the second in the department, second in the department in our organizational chart. So this is some of the things that they're looking for, man. They're looking for keywords. So some of the keywords that they're looking for in skills are team and network building. They want to see how well you can work with others. They want to see that you have problem solving skills. So you have to use these types of words when you're speaking. And what I mean is this. If you are applying for managerial positions, that means that you was in a role under that, which means you probably didn't have authority or a lot of authority, but at the same time, you did, provide your skill set to the job. And what they're basically looking for is for you to identify a problem. So they looking for you to identify a problem. Next, they want you to look and see like the underlying thing that's happening. So they want you to separate the actual signal from the noise is the best way I could say it. They're looking for you to separate the signal from the noise and pull out the underlying issue that's going on. So they want you to be able to look at symptoms. So, they want you to look at symptoms. So they want you to see a cough. They want you to look at somebody, see that the system isn't doing well or that it's a problem in the system, and they want you to identify those coughs. Then they want you to get to the bottom of why you're coughing. You could be coughing for many different reasons. Some people cough based off of allergies. Some people cough because they have a virus in their system that's trying to take over. Some people cough because they smokers. But there's a reason why you're coughing. And it's the same way with the system. You got to get to the underlying reason why the system is having hiccups. Then once you identify that issue, they want you to come up with a plan. So they want you to come up with a plan. And our analogy would be, okay, this is what's happening. So maybe you need to eat this food. Maybe you need to stay away from this. Maybe you need to add this vitamin into your diet. Maybe you need to do more of this, do less of that. And that's what they're looking for you to do. So with that could be a process that you develop. That could be a process that you developed. Next, after you implement your process, they want to look at a way that you develop to test those hypotheses. They want to look at ways that you can test that hypothesis. So how would you test that hypothesis? You would take maybe somebody's temperature, look at their temperature, look at their temperature changed after they started doing what you were saying. You want to look at how many coughs that they have, if it's decreasing. In the system, you would set up KPIs to manage that. And you'll look at those KPIs over time. So you'll say, all right, I suggested to do this, let's say in April. And in May, this is what the numbers show. So I can directly correlate what I did to the actual system, and I can see changes that's happening. Then they want you to be able to look back on the system again, and that's the KPI development. So when you're going on these interviews, they're going to try to mix you up with words. But don't get mixed up with words, man. Don't let them mix you up with words and a whole bunch of nonsense. I remember when I used to do math problems. And, with those long math problems, they could throw a million numbers at you, yo. But it's just that, a million numbers, right? A million numbers. Don't let a million numbers fool you. Like, when you understand the process, a 6 is the same thing as 11,656 if you know the process. If I could add 6 plus 4, I could add 11,650 plus 9,354. You know what I mean? So don't let the numbers fool you. And that's how they try to do with these questions. So they'll throw a whole lot of words at you, but you have to look at the underlying thing of what they're really asking, or what they really asking. And back again with my math stuff. So I used to do those math questions, and it looked like a whole paragraph. And in the whole paragraph, you probably only need about 6 of the real words to see exactly what's going on. And that's what you got to keep in mind. So we'll go to the chat, see what y'all saying. My boy Rubik's is gone. Peace out, Rubik's. Hope you have a good time. It's his birthday. Who was that? Sanjis. I think that's my boy. I think that's my boy from India. He said it's his birthday. Happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday. DeSoto said, bro, in the night, you know, it could be night or in the morning, depending on how you take it, my brother. For me, it's not nighttime. It's 4:48, and that's my start in the morning. So for me, it's the morning time. It is not the nighttime, you dig? So, yeah. So that's what they're looking for. And, you know, when you go for these managerial roles, they're looking to see that you're a team builder. They're looking to see that you open up lines of communications with other departments, meaning that you communicate information with people. They're looking for your organizational skills. They're looking at the fact that you could solve a problem from start all the way to finish and keep people notified and have ways to check up on what you did to make sure that what you did is working. And that's basically what they're looking for. And don't let them confuse you with words. There's only a few ways they can ask the same question, man. And just keep that in your head. Just always keep that in your head. You feel me? So, what else? Somebody asked me, ZC asked me where I'm from. I'm from New York, my brother. Long Island, New York. Right now, we are in Freeport, New York. This is Long Island, Nassau County. This is a suburb of New York City. Suburb of New York City, my people. Yes, sir. So, yeah, that's my advice for going for these interviews. And again, keep your wits about you, my people. Don't get too nervous. Remember, demystify it, man. In my company, we have a panel of 3 people who interview and you. So it will be 4 people in total. And just remember, man, you've spoken to 3 people at the same time. It's just a conversation between you and 3 other people. Demystify it, man. It ain't nothing special about it, man. If you don't get this one, there's gonna be others that you're gonna apply to. Also, these people are you. Don't put yourself below anybody, man. These people are you. They just you that's been doing it longer. You understand? Because they all started out where you started out, my brother. But they just kept doing it longer. So you'll just keep that in your head and you won't really get too nervous and practice. We got Chick Dog. Somebody said, what's up, buddy? Did you ever throw down with Maverick yet? Nah, man. Maverick scared. Maverick ain't been back in a minute, man. You know, Mav ain't been over here in like a week. I think I scared him. When I was out there in Astoria. You know what I mean? I think I was sitting close to his crib. He saw I was getting closer. So I think he's scared, man, and he bounced. You know, he's fearful. So if you know Maverick, anybody know Maverick, tell him he's wanted, man. He got a wanted sign. You can't start stuff and then back down. Not where I'm from, man. We Long Islanders, man. We don't play that. You dig? We got my boy DeSanto. He said that advice was good, even though I didn't hear it. You ain't hear it? What happened, man? How you ain't hear it? Somebody said, bro, locked in saying advice. We got Chick Dog laughing. What up, Chick Dog? Yeah, so if you know Maverick, tell Maverick we looking for him, man. We looking for Maverick. So last but not least, I was telling you guys a little something, man. Look, I'm telling y'all now, it's a fight now, man. You know what I mean? It's time to go out there and exert myself onto the world. Exert myself onto the world, carve out my space in the universe, stake my flag, and just let who I am show and start accumulating things and play this game. Finally time to start playing this game, man. You know, I've been procrastinating for too long. I just been letting stuff just go and just playing it by ear, not exerting myself, just with a laissez-faire attitude, like, you know what I mean? Just, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I ain't gonna push myself like that. Nah, son. It's a wrap, kid. It's a wrap. You know, all I make from now on is all I keep, son. All I make is all I keep. That's my time and effort. You understand what I'm saying? All my advice that I give people, my art that I share with people. Listen, man. Listen, it's done. You understand what I'm saying? It's done. You know, this y'all last meal, kid. You know, it's the last meal. People, you know, I'm done. It's the last meal, son. The last meal. Ain't nobody else eating off me no more, man. You understand what I'm saying? All I make is all I keep from now on. I'm the one who wake up at 2:30 in the morning, go in. Whatever I get from that is what I'm keeping, son. Whoever I want in my world to share that with me, you gotta appreciate the stuff I do for you. You gotta treat me as if, you know, I am that person that's doing stuff. All right, man. I just realized, man, I let people control me, you know, with emotions. And it's done. It's done. You know, I'm finally finished training, son. It's the big fight now. You understand what I'm saying? Like if I was a boxer, this would be the big fight now. This would be the big fight. You know, we train. My body is ready. I'm mentally prepared. We going pro. It's time to accumulate. Listen, with growth, sometimes you got to leave people in the back, kid. Sometimes you got to leave people in the back. There's no hard feelings, no animosity, but the meal ticket is done, man. You feel me? But that's all I got. I will catch you cats to next week, Monday, but come back to the page because I am dropping pages. I am dropping videos, you know. I'm dropping videos. And thanks everybody for checking in. My boy DeSanto, you keep this thing going. I definitely appreciate you. Chick Dog, shout out to Chick Dog coming in. I appreciate you. Big Mont, definitely appreciate you. We got Maverick, definitely appreciate you, Maverick. We got my girl Chloe, definitely appreciate you. We got ZZ out there in India. Shout out to my boy in India. Shout out to my boy Kev Griff. You guys keep the things going, man. And if I missed you, you know it's still all love, man. Come in and remind me. Drop it in the comments.